Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey. I am with ShipShape, Arizona, and today I'm going to guide you through a decompression flow. Now, what is a decompression flow? Basically, it's a mixture of stretching and mobility and is great to do post-workout or when you just need to get some movement in for the day. All right, so we're going to get started. Our first movement is called a spinal roll, a standing spinal roll. So all we're going to do, feet hip distance apart. Make sure that they're parallel to each other. We don't want them turned out. We just don't want them turned in. Nice and easy with one another. And we're just going to take each of this decompression flow nice and slow. We're going to do about 5 reps for each exercise just to kind of let the body kind of cool down and move. All right, so first standing spinal roll, just drop the head, roll the shoulders down, start bending the spine, coming on down, dragging like a little rag doll. Go. Try hands touch the floor. You can bend the knees here and then slowly roll on up. Nice and simple. Heads to come up last. We're going to do that again. Roll it on down. Really accentuate these movements. Rolling on down. Hands touching the ground, knees bent. Slowly roll it on up. Easy decompression. Back down. A few more times. Head to chest, roll those shoulders, round that back, and come all the way down till you touch the floor. Remember, you can have that bend in the knee, and slowly coming on up, all the way up. 2 more times. Roll it nice and down. This is so healthy for our spine. Get some of that blood flowing, get some of that movement going. Roll it on up. Head comes up last. Last one. Roll it on down. So simple. Feel that nice little movement. That spine feels really good already. All right, when you're done coming on up, stand up nice and tall. We're going to do what I like to call the rag doll, but is also known as a lateral spinal roll, as a lateral standing spinal roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just hinge their hips, roll to the other side, put our right shoulder forward, drop the arm down over to the left, come across the body, and come up to the right, and bend at the side waist and go the opposite way. So left shoulder leads, hand comes all the way down across the body, and we're coming nice and up. So again, accentuate, and we're just going to do this about 4 times on each side. Coming up, ooh, accentuate, really get some of that movement in the lateral body. Opening yourself up, nice. Rolling down. Again, you can also have a bend in the knees to touch the floor. Coming up, bend it that sideways, bring it right back around. Really get that upper body to really feel just like ragdolling it. All right, one more time each side. Again, really accentuate these movements and really make yourself feel like you are a rag doll. All right, one more time on that right. And coming on up, finding that neutral spine. Ooh, that feels good. All right, let's come down onto our hands and knees. We're going to do a little bit of spinal rolling, a lot of the spine up, and then we'll go into a few other exercises. So we're going to start out in a tabletop position with our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees directly underneath our hips to create a nice flat back. Make sure your pelvis isn't popping up and the belly's not dropping, nor are you rounding that back. So we're going to get to some more back rounding. But from here, you're going to curl those toes under. And then we're going to sit back into a child's pose. And then we're going to pop the hips up to downward dog, roll through that spine, and then drop the knees and sit on back. Now, an alternate to this is to keep the knees down, and you can just come up, roll through that spine, come up to a little bit of an up dog, and find that child's pose one more time. So big full movement, coming back and up. Really accentuate, make sure you're coming up onto those tippy toes and back to those child. So Make sure those toes are still curled under. Pop those hips up. Don't have to straighten the knees all the way. Drop them, come back to child's pose. Again, really accentuate the movement. Coming on up, roll through that spine. Drop the knees, back into child's. Pop it up to downward dog. Roll the spine. Drop the knees, back into child. And let's just take a moment here in child's pose. You gotta breathe. Let this stretch out. Make sure the fingers are nice and long. Our hands are nice and long in front of you. Apply a little bit of pressure. Stretch out that lat. And let's come up to a tabletop position. We are going to do threading the needle with a thorax twist or a T-spine rotation. So with our hand back under our head, we're going to open up super big, and then we're going to take that arm and rotate it underneath, and then come back up. Nice big eccentric movement here. Let's have our hand out in front, and then we'll bring it right underneath for thread the needle just for a brief second. Coming straight back up, really open up the chest here. Back down. Open it up again. Do 2 more times on this side. Really open it up. Last one. Bring the arm through. And open it up. All right. Come to that tabletop position. I'm going to go on the opposite side. So we're going to open it up and then thread right on through. Open it back up, really accentuate, open up that heart. Bring it back through. Open up the heart. Nice. Drive it back through. More times. Open it up. Thread that needle. Open it up some more. Last one. And thread the needle. All right. Once you're there, find a nice tabletop position again. And this time, we're going to come onto our bellies. Just nice and easy. Arms are going to come out to a T. Now what we're going to do is a scorpion with an up dog. So it's a supine scorpion with an up dog. So I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to take my left hand, place it underneath my shoulder. With my left, I'm going to pop up, touch behind with the foot. My left hand is for support. I'm going to get a little bit of stretch in this chest right here. I'm going to come back to center. Bring my right hand in the middle, right underneath my shoulders, and come up for a nice, easy up dog. I'm going to bring that back down. Left arm goes out. Right hand stays where it's at. Right leg moves. We're bringing it back and behind, touching to the ground right here. And then back to center. Hand comes in, left hand comes in, up to a little bit of cobra. Now, if you have an issue coming into cobra, you can always come in to Sphinx right here, nice and low. All right. Switch to that left side or the right arm out. Left leg is up and behind. Do a little bit of a stretch. Come back in. Left hand comes in. Here we go. Nice easy cobra. Come down. Right here. Left leg, right leg behind. And left hand in. Straight out. All right, right hand back or right hand to a T. Left leg goes back. Touch the floor. Come back into center. Do that beautiful up dog. Come back down. Left hand's out. Right leg goes back. Nice stretch. Back to center. Up to up dog. And come down. Other side. Left leg goes behind. Touch the floor. Bring it back. Drop it down. Come back up. One more time. Come over to that one. Left leg goes up. Sorry, right leg goes behind. Come back to center. A little bit of up dog. Coming down. We're going to do one more time on each side. Left leg back and behind. Open it up. Come back into line. Bring it back up. Left arm goes out, right leg goes back. And then we'll take it to our last up dog. Beautiful. All right. We're going to come make your way into a seated position here. We're going to do what I call a shin box movement. Now, for the shin box, I'm going to have my right shin right here. I'm going to take my knee, so have it connected to my foot. So my left knee meets where my right foot is at. You can have your hands back and behind, fingers facing away from me to kind of help this along. So for this movement, hands are going to be behind. I'm going to stay on my feet, go from edge to my feet. So lifting it up, come through center and back this way. All right. I'm going to lift up, come through center, push to the other side. It's like windshield wiper knees almost. Real easy movement. You might feel yourself kind of moving forward. That's okay. Those of us who are a little bit more advanced, we can hold our hands up here, remain a nice tall spine, flip it over to that other side. All right, if you need those hands back here, go ahead, keep them, keep yourself nice and stable, but also remain in a nice tall position here. And you might have to readjust. Now we're gonna get a little bit more funky here. After 2 more times of just doing this, take it nice and slow. And we're gonna add on to this movement. We're going to pop it up. So we'll do one more time on each side. So here we are. Back. All right, this time when we go back, we're going to pop our hips up. So we're going to bring it back, drop the legs, come up onto the shins, popping it up. Really accentuate those glutes. Come on, and then sit back down. Switch those shins, foot, knee to foot, foot, knee, and then pop it up. Use the strength of the core. Now, if you need some assistance here, again, you can have the hands back and behind you. And again, kind of help pull yourself up. All right, those of us who are a little bit more advanced, definitely try it without using that assistance. So keep that core nice and engaged. And now, movement, and bring it up. Really get those hips nice and open. This is really good, especially if we've been sitting all day. We got 2 more times on each side. Woo, beautiful. This can also be used as kind of a warm-up too. Get over. Got 1 more time on each side. Get over. And then we're going to have some fun with 1 more hip movement that I really enjoy. Come back down. Woo. Place the hands, grab a drink of water if you need it. All right, we are going to do what I call a hip drop, but laterally. Now, I will give you different options if you can't do this. But we're going to come into a high plank position. So feet, hands underneath our shoulders, feet pushing back, staying into a nice plank. I am going to bring my left foot into my left hand. While I'm keeping this right leg straight, I'm just going to drop the hip down and come this way. All right. And that's the simple movement. This leg can remain straight, or you can bend it a little bit to kind of help out. I'm going to put my left hand right where it's back at. Come back through. Step the left leg back. Step the right leg forward. Drop that left hip down. Release the right hand. Come on up. Bring that right hand back down. Come up to that high plank and switch the leg. Left leg forward. Drop that right hip down. Coming down. Lift up that left hand. Place the left hand back down. Left foot meets right. Right comes forward. Release that right hand. Come back up. We're going to switch to the left. Drop that hip. Come back up. And drop it on down. Remember, you can bend those legs. You can bend that bottom leg if you need to. Foot sits flat on the floor. Now, you can always shorten it where you're at. You don't have to come up all the way with that left leg. You can always keep the range of motion really small here. This really helps open up the hips. Do one more time on each side. Here. Beautiful. Come back up. Last one. And come back up. Return to tabletop. And that is a decompression flow that is good for post-workout. If you need any type of recovery day, this is also good for you too. All right, my name is Kelsey, and I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely check out all of our live classes and all of our other on-demand classes, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.